In this tutorial, we are going to solve the paper 3 of May-June 2012, the Excel part. He says you are work for a company called the Extreme Adventure Holiday Company, which has an office in Switzerland. This office has 37 employees, and the spreadsheet is used to record the hours worked each week and to calculate their pay. All currency values are recorded in euros with 2 decimal places. Now it means that all the values or all the money we are going to calculate it in this file, it's gonna be as currency in euros with 2 decimal places. He says using a suitable software package, load the file j12stuff.csv. This is comma separator value. So we will open the file j12stuff. It will be opened in Excel. This is the comma separator value. It's like a text written. We have to convert it into columns. So we will select the first column that already the whole text is typed in. Then go to data menu, then text to columns, and next. Select the comma, next, and make finish. Then you can see that all the data becomes into columns. After this, he says add the text week 29 left aligned in the header. Place your center number, candidate number, and name right aligned in the header. So we are going to insert header and footer. Here, or left aligned, we are going to type the text week 29. At the right side, we are going to type center number, it's SA196, comma, candidate number 1234, and your name. Then at the center of the footer, he says go down to the footer. At the center of the footer, he says in the center of the footer, add the text last edited on followed by today's date and time. So we are going to type last edited on, and then from the design menu for header and footer tools, we are going to click on the current date icon here from the toolbar. Make a comma to make a separation between the date and time, and we press current time. Of course, here it's not gonna be appear, it only appears as date and time. It will be appear in the normal view or in the print preview. So how to go back to our normal preview after we finish header and footer? Just click anywhere on any cell and make view menu, then go from the toolbar to normal view. Here this is our normal view. This is dotted lines, the margins of the pages. It determines me that already this is page 1, this is page 2, and like this. After this, he says merge the cells from A1 to G1 so it becomes as a single cell. We are going to merge some cells. Select from A1 to G1, go home menu, and make merge and center. You can notice that already becomes at one cell and it's already centered. Format the text in this cell. This is already the cell we merged. It's a black 24-point serif font. The serif font, we are going to select it as Times New Roman. So first of all, we are selecting the cell. Go to from home menu, the toolbar for the font color, select it as black. The font size is 24, and the font style or font type as Times New Roman. Because it's serif, it means with some extensions in typing the letters. This is it. Now format the cell so that has a gray stripped background that will allow text to be read. Now I'm going to make some fill, but it's a different kind of filling. It's not a fill solid color. I will make right click, format cell, and from the fill option here we can see pattern style. He wanted to be as stripped, so from the pattern style I will select strips, select any one, this one or this one, and select the gray, the light one, so the text could be read, and press OK. Now it's already stripped gray and we can read the text, but already this text, it's not all visible. We have to make it all visible, and we have to make all the data in our sheet visible. How to make it visible for us and in the printing? Just select the whole sheet. Between any two columns you select, just double click and it will make auto fit for what? For your data and your columns and rows. Format the cells from B4 to B7 as currency, as we said, currency with euro and 2 decimal places. Now we will select from B4 to B7, right click, format cells, from number option selected as currency with 2 decimal places, and from the symbol you are going to select the euro. If you go down you can see the euro symbol to the left, and press to the right, sorry, and press OK. Already the euro symbol become and the 2 decimal places. Save the data model and print a copy of cells from A3 to B18 only, showing the values. Make sure that the contents of all cells in this range are fully visible and that the printout fits on a single portrait page. So I will select from A3 to B14 only, A3 to B18, and go print. Then I will select only print what? I will print my selection, not the whole sheet, and make preview. From the preview options we have page setup. I can select the orientation as portrait and the scaling fit to 1 page swipe tool and press OK. This is already my printing out. This is week 29 and as the header, and the center number, candidate number, and my name, and in the center of the footer you can see that already this is current date and current time. Just press print and close the print preview. In cell D22, I'll stand in cell D22 in the job description column. Use a lookup function to show the job description. Use the code column for the lookup value. Now where's the code column? This is the code of the job. This is the code column. So A22 will be the lookup value when we stand in cell D22, and use the code column for the lookup value and the job codes table for the array. Where is the job codes table? This is it, the job code, and you can see this is the difference between this paper and other papers, because already the other papers the table for array was in a separate file, but here we have it as an object or as a table in the same file or the same sheet. This function must include both absolute and relative referencing and must not use a named range. Now we are going to make what? We are going to make absolute and relative reference, and we said the absolute reference we using because when we are copying the formula it will go and search for the job code from the same table. It will not switch between the other cells, so we have to absolute reference or to lock the cells to make. This is only the option for the array table. So I will go to D22 fx lookup array. Lookup value, as we said before, it's the code column or A22, and the array it's from A10 till B18, and we have to lock the cells or make it absolute referencing by selecting or highlighting the range and press F4 from your keyboard then press OK. You can see the formula result here. It's transport assistant. This is the TA description code. Press OK. Then replicate. So what is the relative referencing for the cells? It's A22. What is the absolute referencing for the cells? It's the range from A10 to B18. Replicate this function so that the job description is shown for each of the other employees. In cell F59, use a function to calculate the average number of hours worked by all employees. I will go to F59. It's already here the average. I want the average worked hours for all the employees. So I will go to FX button and select average formula or function. And what is my range? It's already the column of hours worked for all employees to bring the average of it, and press OK. This is the average. I want it as 2 decimal places. Format cells and select it as number and make it as 2 decimal places and press OK. Use the cells from A4 to B7 to create a named range called rate. Now, to name a range, it means to select a specific range of cells and give it a name. Just select from A4 to B7, right click and make name a range. Now, name a range, this is the name, this is refers to J12 stuff. This is the file name from A4 to B7, and you can see that already now it's been absolute referencing for these cells as the name rate. He says, show how you created this named range in your evidence document. Just take a screenshot for your monitor and go to print screen from your keyboard and go to Paint or Word application and just make edit paste. You take the screenshot for your work, you press OK. You can see that already the named range has been come here in the name books add as rate from cells A4 to B7. In cell G22, go to cell G22, the pay column. Use a formula to calculate the pay for this employee. This will look up. Here, this formula is not a direct formula. Look up the rate of pay from the named range rate and multiply it by the number of hours worked. Now, to calculate any payment for any employee, you have to multiply the pay for the rate by the hours worked per week. So, here in front of our cell, we don't have the rate for the payment. We have only the pay code, and at the top we have the pay rates table, which contains first column as the pay code and the rate for it. So we have to make here a lookup function to bring this one, or to look up for this value in front of each code here for the pay code column and times it by the hours worked. So we are going to make fx lookup or VLOOKUP, both the same. Lookup array. The lookup value, it will be the pay code column. It will be A22 because we are standing in cell G22. And the array, it's the pay rates column. Now, the pay code A has the formula result, the rate for it, it's 7.5. I will press OK and go to the formula bar and times it just by typing from the keyboard the symbol of multiplication. This is the star, and times it by hours worked and press enter. So 7.5 multiplied by hours worked 10, it will give us 75. Then he says what? He says this function must not include absolute cell referencing. Of course it will not include absolute cell referencing because already this table as absolute reference, because already it's a named range. Here we are going to use a named range rate, not an absolute. We are not going to make absolute referencing by highlighting and pressing F4 because already this one, nothing or other cells in the sheet, it's called rate, only this one. So when we copy the formula for other employees, it will go each time to look up from the array table the pay rates, which already it's called as rate. So after this, replicate the formula for other employees. This one is more, and at the first he says all the values as for money, it will be as currency with euro. Select them all, right click, format cells as currency with 2 decimal places and with euro. This is it, and press OK. This is it. In cell G60, use a function to calculate the total weekly wage bill. Choose an appropriate format for this cell. Now he wants to bring the total. The total for what? The total for what he's going to pay each week for all the employees. So I'm going to make what? Going to make the cell here from FX button. We are going to make sum to know the whole number of euros he will pay for all the employees by the week. So sum, and press OK. And what is our range? It's the pay column from cell G22 till cell G58. This is about 6,594.5, and press OK. Already this is as currency with euro symbol and 2 decimal places. Save the spreadsheet, print the formula and functions used in landscape orientation. Make sure that the contents of all cells are fully visible and that the printout fits on a single page height. So first I want to show my formula. I will select all and go to formulas menu. From the toolbar for formulas menu, I will make show formula. Then I want to make all visible, so I will double click between any 2 columns. It will make auto fit for my columns contents to the width. Then he wanted as landscape orientation and 1 single page wide. I will make print. I have to save it. Save as Excel workbook on my desktop. I will save it, J12 stuff, save. Then print, and active sheets already. He didn't mention any selection. He says save the spreadsheet and print the formula. He didn't mention any selection. And from the preview options, I will select page setup. He wanted as landscape, and already it's fit to 1 page wide, and press OK. This is our paper already containing the title with stripped gray, and the header, the footer, the formula with the average and total. Then press print and close print preview. After this he says hide rows from 3 to 18. I will select the rows from 3 to 18 inclusive. Then go to home menu. From the option of cells I will select format. Then from visibility I will make hide rows. Print the spreadsheet showing the values. Make sure that the contents of all the required cells are fully visible and the printout fits on a single page wide. Now I will make print the spreadsheet showing the values. So from the formulas menu I will turn off show the formula or make it inactivated. So I will press on it by the mouse, it will bring me the values again. Select the whole sheet, double click between any two columns, it will make auto fit for the column, so all the data will be visible. Then I will make print the active sheets, it's not a selection. Preview the same from the page setup, it's fit to one page wide, and I will press OK. This is my values without the formula. Press print and then close the print preview. Hide rows 59 and 60, leave rows 3 to 18 hidden. Rows 59 and 60, which already has the average and total. Home menu, select them, then home menu, format, visibility, hide rows, and leave the others from 3 to 18 hidden. Extract only the employees with the words key in their job description who worked for 24 hours or more. Extract, it's the same meaning for interrogation or to filter. So I will go to employees with job description which they have the words key. So select job description title, go to data, then filter, and from the radio button or from the checkbox just text filter and make contains. Here it's not begins or it's not equal, it's what we have contains. Contains what? Contains ski, the word only ski. Type it, type the 3 letters SKI from the keyboard and press OK. This is train ski instructor and all ski instructor. And the hours worked equal 25 or more, so from the checkbox for hours worked I will number filter greater than or equal to and just type 25 and press OK. It will give you only the values for hours worked for 25, 28 and 30, and only the job descriptions with the words key containing it. This is our interrogation or our extract. He says print the extract showing the values. Make sure that the contents of all the required cells are fully visible and the printout fits on a single page. So I will make here, select the whole sheet, double click to make all the data visible, then office button, print, select only this data, office button, print, selection, review, and from the page setup make it fit to one page only and press OK. This is already our extract to be printed with our title, our header and our footer, and only the extracted data from the data filter. And now our file, we made it, just press print and close the print preview. This is the whole of our file. How to bring all the data back? Just select all, make the filter turned off or inactivated. From home menu, format, make unhide rows. All the rows will be here. This is all of our data. The whole file completely becomes again to its original when we changed our functions without any hidden rows. And this is the end.